Okay, and so I think we are now live, which is amazing. I'm just going to share my screen, and I want to welcome everybody who's jumping on here. Wherever you're coming in from, feel free, please, to let us know where you are tuning in from. We'd love to hear which part of the world that you are from, because we are streaming here live from Australia. Brisbane, Australia, in fact, is where I'm from. And my name is Rachel Lee. And tonight I'm going to be sharing with you guys some information really about this incredible device called Healy. And what we think with Healy is that we're really sitting right here in seats that have never been sat in. And we're really looking at the evolution, the next evolution of health, healing and freedom. And so if you are tuning in from New Zealand, you are going to absolutely love what we have to say here, because right now there is a special promotion going on just for you Kiwis over there across the ditch. So we welcome you, and you guys I know are going to be really excited by what we're about to share. So first of all, I guess many of you may have heard of Healy, many of you may not have, but I just want to really frame this conversation. We're obviously talking about frequencies and energy inside this space. So a very wise man once said that if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency and vibration. And what I really love about Healy, I mean, me myself coming from a traditional medical model, having a background personally as a nurse paramedic, what I really love is that science now proves that the universe and everything in it, including us, is just made up of pure energy. So if we think about where we're going in terms of science and healing and health and wellness, we've really got to look at the big picture, and we've got to look at what we really are, what constitutes us as human beings. And I'm not going to get into too much of the science tonight, but if we think about energy and if we think about breaking this down in scientific forms, we're thinking about the human body and how we really have 9 systems, right? We've got the circulatory system, the respiratory system, the endocrine system. We've got a whole bunch of systems in our body. And so what actually makes up these systems? Well, what makes up these systems is the tissues and the organs, right? And then if you think about what makes up tissues and organs, it's really just a bunch of cells. And so what makes up cells is really just molecules. And then atoms is what makes up a molecule. And then what makes up an atom really is subatomic particles. And then if we're thinking, well, what makes up a subatomic particle? That's just energy. And it's really the core of what it is that creates us as human beings. So whilst we see flesh and bone, what we really truly are is just a collection of energy that's creating, an ecosystem, if you like, of systems and organs and cells, etc. Now, the thing that I really love about Healy, it's an absolutely incredible device, but what really made me sort of take a look at this, particularly coming from my background, is that I saw that Healy's disclaimer in Europe, that Healy is a medical device for the treatment of pain, chronic pain, fibromyalgia, skeletal pain, and migraine, which we all know are very difficult things to treat. And it was a supportive device in the treatment of mental illness such as depression, anxiety, and related sleep disorders. So when I really took a look at that, when I saw that, I really felt called to take a closer look at what this device was all about when I could see that there was a disclaimer like this associated with this device. And believe me, I did all the scrutinizing. I did my due diligence. I researched every single research paper that there was around Healy. I looked into who was behind Healy. I looked into all of the journal articles in terms of this kind of medicine. And it's completely blown my mind what is actually possible. And what I love about Healy is it really does just work on all dimensions of our health, because we know that if we are stressed and if our emotional health is not right, then our physical health is not right. That often manifests as some kind of physical disease or ailment that we then get to address in terms of, you know, how we address it and how it manifests in our body. So what I love about Healy is it works really on that subatomic level. It works right at the core and gets to the root cause, and it works on the physical and the emotional and the mental. It works on that whole bioenergetic field, and there's literally, you know, a frequency for everything out there. So there's really, you know, nothing that we can't really address when it comes to energy. And here's what I love about it. So this is it. This is the device. You can see it's a small wearable. I'm wearing one right now. And what it does is it essentially analyzes the frequencies in the body that cause any bioenergetic imbalance. And then the quantum sensor inside the device has the ability then to scan a database of programs, frequency programs, and then it suggests and then delivers specific frequencies related to you back to the body to basically bring it back into a bioenergetic balance. Now, I know that that sounds very science fiction-y, but it's really just science. And how does this work? Well, essentially what we're doing is that we're accessing a database of over 144,000 frequencies that have all been researched, designed, and I guess prescribed by a bunch of practitioners that have been working in this field now for decades. The quantum sensor inside the Healy basically measures your specific resonance with each and every one of the frequencies that have been delivered, and then applies those frequencies through a microcurrent physically to the body, which basically brings the cell membrane back into bioenergetic balance. So you can see here, I have the Healy on with the wristbands at the moment, and what that's doing is it's actually delivering microcurrents from a database of over 144,000 frequencies directly to my body through microcurrent. And that brings me to the next slide here. So there are 3 different ways that you can actually receive the frequencies. In fact, there's 4, but I'll talk about the 3 physical ways. You've got the wristband electrodes, which is what I have right now. You've got the ear electrodes. So they're just little electrodes you pop onto your ears, and they are a lot for the mental balance programs and things like that. And then you've got the adhesive electrodes, which are really just local stimulation points. So you can actually place the electrodes on an area of the body that you would like to treat or target. The other thing I really, really loved about Healy when I looked into it and did my research was the creators and the people behind this company and behind this technology. And this is Markus Schmiecki, who is a German quantum physicist who also spent a long time as a monk. So he has like this beautiful, I guess, blend of science and spirituality, and he had this vision to bring this kind of energy medicine, if you like, into the masses essentially. And so he created this company called Timewaver, which is Healy's parent company, and Timewaver have been around for decades now. And Timewaver looked at the information field and does a lot of information field medicine. And he is the guy behind this incredible device that we now are, you know, all now using, I guess the practitioner in the pocket, if you like, that we're all now using in our everyday lives. So you can see he's been, you know, working with, you know, he's written a book, he's studied physics and philosophy, and he works with a whole team of scientists and integrative therapists. He works very, very closely with this man here called Nuno Ninja, he's a specialist in integrative medicine. He's also the developer of the 144,000 gold frequencies, which we have access to. And he's successfully treated thousands of patients worldwide over the last 15 years using frequencies. So this is kind of where we get all of our research and development from, Nuno Ninja, along with a whole gamut of other beautiful practitioners, from doctors to chiropractors to psychiatrists to, you know, cellular biologists. There's a whole gamut of people that actually work in the Healy Medical Advisory Board, which was really important for somebody like me to see that there was, you know, a whole bunch of therapists and a whole bunch of research behind this particular device. We also have, you know, I guess some of the corporate side of Healy. We have Christian Helper, who is a very spiritual and conscious entrepreneur. He is invested in multiple sustainable technologies and has invested over 100 million euro into Healy, not because he needs the money, but more so because he believes in the technology and he believes in what this device is capable of doing globally. We also have this fellow here on the right who is, you know, he's been in the corporate world for over 25 years, and he's been part of more than 400 projects globally. And here we have the rest of the Medical Advisory Board, and these are just a few. But if you guys want to go and do any research whatsoever, definitely look into jumping on and having a look at Dr. Carolyn McMacken and some of her YouTube videos on frequency medicine. She is the clinical director of the Myofascial Pain Clinic in Oregon. She's the developer and I guess the godmother of FSM, which is frequency specific microcurrent, which is not specifically what Healy is, but she works very, very closely with Healy. And in fact, we've got access to all of her technology. And there's some great things coming in the future in terms of FSM and dual chamber frequency devices. There's also a whole gamut of other people. As I said, there's neurologists, psychologists, naturopathy professionals, as well as general practitioners. And what I really, really love about Healy is that Healy is kind of like the core of our product range, but we have a whole suite of incredible products that just complement Healy and basically just help Healy deliver its magic through a whole variety of different apps and processes. So here you can see that we've got a therapist search program, which is an app which essentially connects you. You're able to actually place and pop in your symptom, you know, whether it be pain or, you know, fibromyalgia or whatever it might be. You'll pop it in and then you can search for a therapist and be connected to a therapist that can advise you on specific programs you can run. And if there is nothing in our database, then they can prescribe a specific program for you. So you then get a customized program, especially for you, downloaded in real time through the medical cloud. So that's incredible. We also have the Heal Advisor Analyze app, which comes with the top edition of the Healy. And what this does is it has two functions. It has an aura analysis, so it's able to scan your auric field and then provides a beautiful detailed report on how you can actually support the different energy centers or the chakras of the body. And it also has a resonance analysis, which basically scans, like I said, all of the programs and frequencies that we have, and then makes us specific suggestions as to which specific programs that you should run based on your bioenergetic resonance analysis that's performed in real time. The other thing that the Healy Advisor app, Analyze app can do, which comes with the top edition, is it's able to also vibrate or deliver frequencies digitally to the information field of the client. So we have homeopathics inside there. We've got materia medica, Australian bush flowers, back flower remedies, I Ching. We've got a whole variety of different beautiful homeopathics, which can be delivered, as I said, to the client directly into the information field, which is really, really powerful. We also have the Advisor app, which is like connecting you with an advisor or connecting you with specific programs based on what symptoms you might have, along with the Healy Watch, which is kind of like your own, it's like any other sort of smart watch. However, it's got, you know, a real-time analysis based on your bioenergetics and then can suggest which programs that the Healy can run. So the watch doesn't actually deliver any of the programs. It doesn't do, you know, as much as what the top Healy model does in terms of scanning, but it can give you a rough estimate as to which programs would be best suited to you based on what the data has been, you know, devised as throughout the day. So here's the advisor and the digital nutrition apps. We do have apps for digital nutrition, and I know that that sounds weird and wacky, but yes, we can actually deliver nutrition digitally through the information field. So again, you get the opportunity to scan your bioenergetics. A report is generated based on what you know nutrition that you require, and then you can basically deliver frequencies through the field to help you uptake those various nutrients that you need. But it doesn't just stop at that. It also provides you with a whole shopping list of different products and vegetables and fruits and whatever to buy to actually support that nutritional requirement also. Here's a little snapshot of the watch. You can see that it does most things that a smartwatch does. And there's your parameters there, which is really, really cool. And then the watch talks to the cloud, and then the Healy device is actually what delivers all of the programs. So you still need the Healy device to actually deliver the programs. The watch kind of does all the analyzing for you and then talks to the medical cloud. And there we go, there's digital nutrition. You know, it works on the subatomic level. So if you think about, you know, supplements and oils and things like that, they work on a molecular level. What we're dealing with frequencies is that that's working on that subatomic level. So you're kind of hitting all bases when it comes to this. Our digital nutrition is a monthly subscription that you purchase on top of the Healy. It's not mandatory. Once you purchase your Healy, there is no monthly ongoing subscriptions, but for special programs like digital nutrition, there is a monthly subscription that is purely optional for people if they choose to engage in that. There is also some other amazing subscription models coming to Healy. There is a language program where you can essentially learn to speak a foreign language fluently in 3 months, which completely blows my mind. There is programs for weight loss. There is programs coming for pets, specifically to use with pets. There's programs based on stem cell research. So there is some very, very exciting programs coming that are just completely blowing my mind the more I look at them. There is the shopping list that I was telling you about. And yeah, there is just so much more to come, that we are literally only just scratching the surface when it comes to what is available and what's possible really with Healy. But I guess before we move on, what I'd really like to do is just to invite Lisa, if you're there, if you wanted to come in and just share your testimonial, because we literally have hundreds and hundreds of testimonials. I'll share my personal testimonial shortly, but I wanted to invite just one person in just to share their testimonial tonight. And if there's anybody that's watching this call that has a testimonial as well, please feel free to share it in the comments, because the testimonials is really, it's truly amazing what's possible with this device. And each time I look at our testimonial files, my heart is completely warmed and just full of gratitude for what we have and what's possible here with Healy. So that's enough from me. I'm going to hand you over to Lisa, and she's going to talk to us about really what Healy's done for you, Lisa.
Thank you very much, and hello everyone. So my experience, my very first experience with Healy was when I had a frozen shoulder, and I'd only just been introduced to the device by Rachel, and I'd gone through the no, I'm not interested, and then couldn't stop thinking about it and ended up buying the resonance. Anyway, I had it on order, and it arrived a morning that I actually had a very, very, very sore shoulder. Couldn't drive properly, couldn't put my clothes on. So I was like, got to get to physio. So I went to the physio, and he was so sore he couldn't touch it. He said, look, it might be bursitis. You have to go to the doctors. You have to go and have a MRI scan on it, and then you have to come back. And I said, look, I think this device has just arrived that I've ordered called a Healy, and I'll give that a go. And if it doesn't work, then I'll, go and do what you say. So I ran for 2 days. I ran 3 different programs and completely gone. Like, I could move it, could throw things with it, could drive, could dress. I didn't have to pay doctor's fees. I didn't have to go back for a $90 25-minute session with the physio. It was just blew me away. So yeah, I was sold, and I've had quite a few other experiences which I won't go into, but if you want to know more, please reach out. But for me, that was just, I'm so glad. It made me realize I'm so glad that I made the investment, because longer term it's going to save me, I believe, on costs, to see somebody else or another practitioner.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lisa. And so many people say much the same thing. It's like Healy's not designed to replace the practitioner, but Healy is designed to really empower people to take their health back in their own hands, which is something for me as a health professional is really what you want for your clients. It's really the end goal is to actually empower people to take the reins and take control back of their own health. So I'm really, really, really stoked for you, Lisa. I know that you've had multiple experiences and different, testimonials in terms of not only yourself, but your family. But thank you so much for sharing that with us tonight. And, that's just one example of what is possible. And I think, Lisa, that was one treatment, right? You did one treatment.
I just for 2 days. So I did 3 programs over 2 days, and that was it. Gone.
Amazing. Amazing. So there you have it. And I guess for me personally, the thing that really blew my mind, like I said earlier in the call, that I was looking at Healy from the possibilities of it, being a tool to be able to address some of the issues that we spoke about in the disclaimer. And me being in the health industry, namely just, emergency nursing, paramedicine for the best part of, 19 years, I had a lot of trauma capped inside my body, a lot of trauma that I was holding. And that obviously over time manifested as, fear and incessant worry. And whilst I was really good at managing that fear and anxiety and worry, what I found with Healy, just literally after 3 weeks of using the programs that it suggested that I run, a lot of those were mental balance programs, a lot of them weren't, but 3 weeks after running the programs that they suggested, and I was only running the, prescribed 2 to 3 programs per day, because that's all you really need. I found myself no longer having to manage my symptoms with, breath work and meditation and cognitive behavior therapies, because the thoughts and the fears and the worries that were once a part of my everyday life and everyday management were no longer even entering my mind anymore. So to have something like this that can literally strip away what was once there that I was constantly managing, that's been truly life-changing for me. And that's resulted in a lot of connection back to myself, more joy experience, not only, in my relationships, but, finding more fun and joy in life in general, which is just, that's just priceless. You can't put a price on that. So, but mine and Lisa's just one story out of many. So we've got a whole group that is dedicated to testimonials. So if you would like to see more testimonials or inquire as to whether Healy can help you, there's definitely some spaces that we can invite you into so you can do your own research as well. And so really, I guess our aim here with Healy is really just to co-create and attract like-minded people within the community that are really driven by impact, because that's really Marcus Schmiecki's vision, was to really bring something to the world that can truly make a difference. And that's essentially what we're really doing with Healy. And we are attracting the most incredible people, from, you know, practitioners to conscious and spiritual entrepreneurs, people that really, really care about the world. And really our collective vision is to raise the consciousness of the entire globe. And we're, you know, we're doing that one person at a time, which is really, really beautiful. Why Healy? For me, Healy is, you know, a fairly young company, even though we're fairly new in terms of, you know, we're still in pre-launch in Australia and New Zealand. We've literally only just launched into the United States and had a huge launch over there. We have a product here that is a complete category creator. There is literally no competition. There is nothing else out there like Healy. There is literally nothing else out there. We have obviously a young company in Healy, but we have a very, you know, well-established and well-funded and invested company in Timewaver, which is where all of our technology comes from. Yeah. We also have obviously these beautiful conscious and spiritual founders, owners, leaders, and community that we're creating here inside of our beautiful container. And we're financially backed by a Christian helper, that beautiful conscious investor and Euro billionaire, who's already invested 100 million euro into Healy, and will continue to fund that because he believes so much in the vision and what we're creating. So, you know, what I think anything that comes out of Germany is absolutely incredible. Amazon actually wanted to purchase the IP behind, you know, Healy and the frequencies, but Healy wouldn't sell it to Amazon. So in terms of, like, you know, people wanting what we have here, it's trademarked and it's never going to be sold. And every single device is built and designed in Germany by the German engineers. Even the plastic is medical grade plastic. And also what I love about this device is it's the first ever class 2 medical device to be inside this social selling space. So it is FDA cleared in the United States, and currently the Timewaver name is TGA approved in Australia, and we're still waiting on clearance from the Timewaver through to the Healy, because it's exactly the same technology. So that is pending at the moment, which is just incredible to have something like this that is FDA cleared, that is a medical device. It's just truly, truly amazing. So, and we're really making a difference in the lives of many. So, you know, you guys might be wondering, well, how much is something like this? And I will tell you that in the Timewaver machines that are available in Europe, the clinics that clients go to receive this kind of treatment, those machines are anywhere between 30 and 80,000 euro for a machine. And a treatment would cost clients anywhere between 100 euro to 300 euro just to go in and get a treatment on one of these, you know, energy and frequency machines that they have. And what we really have here is a portable device, a practitioner in your pocket, if you like, that we can carry around with us and treat ourselves and our entire family, if you like. You've got access to that 24/7. So there are 4 different Healy editions that you can purchase. They all come with the device and all of the, you know, the leads and everything like that. The only difference that you're paying for is the amount of programs that you get in each edition. So the prices, I'm going to ask you to reach out to the person that invited you inside this group, but I will say that the prices at the moment in New Zealand, there is a free upgrade promo. So you can essentially start with the bottom edition here, the Healy Gold, which is still absolutely incredible. You get access to the Healy Gold cycles, plus you get to choose one free program category as well with that. In fact, in the promotion, instead of getting just the one free program, you're actually going to get all of the programs that normally come with the next edition, which is the Healy Holistic Health. You're going to get those included for the same price as what you would normally pay to get the Healy Gold. So you're essentially getting a free upgrade to the next edition right now, currently in New Zealand, and that's only available until the 15th of July. So our entry point you might think costs thousands and thousands of dollars to access this technology, and normally it would, but entry level for New Zealand is around 780 New Zealand dollars. So you're essentially buying in at 780. You're going to get the next edition, which has an extra 8 program categories or program pages, which has got an enormous amount of individualized programs inside each one of those 8 program pages available for you. So that's the deal at the moment until the 15th, only until the 15th. You can start on one of these devices for only 780 New Zealand dollars. And it comes with a 2-year warranty and a 14-day money-back guarantee. So should you get your device and after 14 days after you've received it, you're not happy, you can get your money back, no questions asked. So that's another one of the great things I love about this company. So that's essentially the 4 different models. As I said, the only difference is based on how many programs you're getting. The 3rd edition there comes with every single program available. So if you want access to every program, the Healy Holistic Health Plus is where it's at, and you can get that for the price of the Healy Holistic Health. So it's an incredible deal, saving you hundreds of dollars. The Healy Resonance comes with every single program, but it also comes with the ability to scan your bioenergetics and then suggest the various programs that you might need. So that one does the scanning of all the programs, suggests which programs that you might want to run. It also scans the aura and gives you a full report on different things that you can do to support the various energy centers or chakras of the body. Plus, it has that homeopathic database as well, which you can access, and you can actually deliver those frequencies to the information field of either yourself or your clients. So the Resonance is obviously the Rolls-Royce edition. It's the edition that I started with, and it's incredible. It continues to blow my mind. I still don't think to this day, even though I've had my device for 6 months or so, I still don't think that I've tried every single program yet. So yeah, it's absolutely incredible. So I want to invite you guys to reach out to the person that invited you here. Ask them for more information on the pricing of each edition, and ask them for more information about which programs come in each edition. So we've got programs for beauty, for sleep, for environmental protection, to protect you from electro smog and 5G. We've got programs to, support you with mental balance, programs to support you with fitness, meridians, all sorts of programs. And what you get inside each one of these editions is just different programs, essentially. So now, I guess the invitation for you is to either reach out to the person that invited you here and start your Healy journey for your own personal well-being. And remember, this one device you can use personally, but you can also use it on your entire family. So that's another thing I love about this. I use this with my children. I use this with my husband, my parents. I use this same device for my entire family and friends in my network. You can fast start your Healy journey and support others. So currently, you have the opportunity, on top of the promotion in New Zealand, there is also a Healy promotion which happens for every new person that gets started. You can buy a Healy device, and if you love it so much and you tell everybody about it, which is essentially what's going on, what's happening, because people are experiencing such incredible results. If you find that you've got friends or family that also want to purchase a device, and 3 people purchase a device from you in your first 60 days between now and the end of July, in the first 60 days, Healy will actually give you a free upgrade to the next edition as a means of saying thank you for telling people about this incredible technology. We're going to give you a free upgrade. So that is called a fast start, I guess, bonus. And that's available for everybody, whether you come in from New Zealand on the promo prices or not. Anybody that purchases a Healy if you were to make 3 Healy sales in those first 60 days. It used to be 30 days, but for this month globally, it's 60 days. And that's due to a few delivery delays that are going on because of the COVID situation. So there is some delivery delays. And so the company has said, let's extend that free upgrade bonus from 30 days to 60 days. So that's incredible. Or if you just see yourself becoming a part of this community and having a vision to really create change in the world, and to really raise the frequency and the vibration of the entire and the collective consciousness of the planet, then we would welcome you into the community also. So that's really your next steps, guys. You know, so if you are an A and you really want to grab a Healy for yourself, drop an A in the comments below, reach out to the person that invited you here. If you're all in for the community and love what you're hearing, drop a C. And if you feel like there is at least 3 people that could benefit from Healy, then you're a B. And we would love to connect with you and support you on your journey and answer any questions you might have also. So feel free to reach out, feel free to add anybody into this space as well that you feel like would want to learn more about what we have here in Healy and what we're creating and some of the incredible results that that people are experiencing. And of course, let us know if you have any questions at all. But for now, I'm going to check the group and see if there is any questions. I can't see any questions for me. But if there is any questions that come through after we end this live stream is going to stay up inside this group. So if there's any questions that anybody has, please feel free to pop them in the comment box below and I'll jump back in over the coming days and answer those for you. But that's really it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Happy Tuesday. Sending you all so much love and light, and have a fabulous week ahead. And that is us done. Good night, everyone.